Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. This afternoon, we are at the home of St. Louis Park, the Orioles, and we are bringing you girls non-conference lacrosse featuring the St. Paul Academy and Summit Spartans coming in with a 2-2 record, taking on the Orioles of St. Louis Park with a great-looking 5-2 record. I am Robert Christensen. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, and we're about to go to the national anthem. And I thought we already played it, but we're playing it again, and that'll give me a chance to talk about the standings. And although this is a non-conference matchup, St. Louis Park in the Metro West, although they're 5-2 overall, they're 1-2 in the conference. Leading the way atop the Metro West standings is Benilde St. Margaret's at 4-0, tied with Chanhassen. Following them, Bloomington Jefferson and Chaska at 3-1. So a log jam at the top of the standings. In between, Orono with a 2-2 record, then St. Louis Park, New Prague at 1-2, followed by Kennedy of Bloomington at 1-3, and then Cooper and Waconia both 0-4 at the bottom of the Metro West Conference. And there is the motto, building champions for life, and we'll see what champions are crowned here today. There's going to be 25 minutes on the board here as we await the conclusion of the national anthem. And they already did play it once, and there are the flags at half staff, and I'm not sure why that is. I checked with Howard, the PA announcer. He didn't know, and if he doesn't know, who does know? But glad again you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports as we're about to begin. And St. Louis Park, as I mentioned, 5-2 coming in. St. Paul Academy is 2-2. They've played a few less games. In fact, they've only played 4 as opposed to 7. That could play a role in how both teams perform, obviously, with St. Louis Park as we look at them and their final meeting with their head coach. And it is an incredibly warm mid-May day here in St. Louis Park, 81 degrees, high humidity. According to my iPhone, it sounds like, they said it feels like 84. And there's not a lot that protects this field from the sun. It clearly is sun-drenched, as you can see from that angle right there as we look at Park High School getting ready to improve their record to 6-2. And after last year, they really are markedly improved, at least based on their record. We were here earlier, I think, last month. I think they had a tough game against Orono. We'll see if they can improve upon that. And it looks like they have already with those 5 wins. And we're about ready to begin here. Both teams still talking it over. As I mentioned, a beautiful afternoon. The band is here, but not a lot of fans, I would say. And these bleachers are sun-soaked, and they're all very silvery metal, which really brings the heat in. So it's a hot afternoon to be here in the sun. Hopefully there's lots of sunblock on the spectators as well as the players. And now they make their way out, mosey their way out to start this match. Not a lot of intensity or enthusiasm being displayed, at least on the walkout. We'll see if that changes once they get things going here. We're streaming live on YouTube. Again, glad you're with us here at ParkTV 16 Sports, as we are streaming live as we usually do on most matches from quite a while ago. And again, real slow start here as I look out to see who is going to be starting, and that looks like number 3 at the center position to take the draw for St. Paul Academy, and her name is Mary Lynn. And if I can get the number, I'm directly almost right on the 50-yard line, and it's hard to see their numbers when I only can see their profile view, but we'll give you the names as I locate their numbers. And that was number 27 for St. Louis Park, Madeline Alclem, the sophomore, on the draw. And a quick whistle, and possession is going to go to St. Paul Academy. They come in again with a 2-2 record, and that's again number 9 for the Spartans, Mia Hoffman. All right, St. Paul with their first foray on the offensive end of the field, and there's a whistle. And a bit of a slow start here, and that's a turnover, and Park will have it now behind their own net, and there's a very Aggressive forecheck by St. Paul Academy, and coming in to steal it almost or interrupt that pass was Lindsey Brown for the Spartans, and now the Spartans do have it. And that's number 4, Riley Urban. Being pressured at the corners. Nice defense there by the Orioles, keeping that ball on the perimeter, and now another turnover. And now the Orioles have it. That is number 37. Coming up the near side. Nice move to the inside across midfield, all the way in. Number 35, Gretchen Fandel Thompson, just an 8th grader out there. Nice rush with the ball from the defensive end, and now she'll have it once again here. Keep an eye on her as she'll now retreat after retrieving that ball deep in her own zone, bringing it on the near side across midfield with a nice rush there. Beautiful job there for the Orioles, and now they have their first opportunity on the offensive end. Just underway here, 25 minutes to start the first half. We're already approaching 23 minutes to go here. No score on a very warm day in St. Louis Park. Now on the far side, that's number 1, Meg Ridgway, also a sophomore. Back to 27, Madeline Auclaw. Now to number 4. That is Alicia Fitzpatrick, a freshman. Ball gets knocked out of her basket, now picked up by St. Louis Park's number 1. Coming in and getting into the net was number 1, Meg Ridgway, but there was a whistle prior to the shot, it appeared to me, and that is why there's going to be a free shot opportunity from right at that 45-degree angle on that semicircle, and an excellent opportunity for the Orioles with the clock running with 22.5 minutes to go. Coming right in, and nice defense by Summit Academy, coming in from the right side there just to deflect it right there. I didn't quite catch your number. That may have been number 3 for St. Paul. Mary Lynn saves the day, but St. Louis Park retains possession. Number 4 with it, Alicia Fitzpatrick. Driving in the middle, in traffic, taking the hit and scoring the goal. I believe that was number 10, Lily Fandel Thompson. I forgot my binoculars, so it might be hard for me to detect the numbers from as high up as we are and as little as those St. Louis Park numbers are, but I'll do the best I can in my apology. Yeah, that is number 10.
Park, number 10, Lily Fandel Thompson.
My eyes aren't as bad as I thought, so that's a good thing. Number 10 gets them on the board. There she is, Lily Fandel Thompson, the sophomore. Gets them on the board. Clock now stopped at 22 minutes to go here, half number 1, and an excellent start for your 5-2 Orioles. And there in the middle for Park, Madeline Auclaw, and the face-off. They lost the first one. It's picked up by Academy. That's number 8, Julia Colbert now rushes it. Spin move right in the middle. Looking very confident out there. Now the pass, loses it there momentarily, and a chance for the Orioles to get a turnover, and now a whistle as the ball was loose. And clock continues to run on those whistles. And I'm trying to determine, it looks like St. Paul Academy is gonna have possession, as number 1 with it is Lilith Green Friedman. Just to the side of the goal. She gets it out to number 8, Julia Colbert. Colbert now decides to bring it behind the net. Her pass is missed, and a turnover, and it's picked up by the goaltender for St. Louis Park. And now her pass is errant, and it goes out of bounds on the far end, and it's going to be a debate as to who's going to get possession, and that's a turnover right back to St. Paul. So just like that, they get the turnover and give it right back now. Just under 21 minutes remaining here, half number 1. We're streaming live on YouTube, bringing you Metro West St. Louis Park against their non-conference opponent, St. Paul Academy. Now ball loose and a turnover by the Orioles. So both teams are very turnover prone here. And now another missed pass. And there's one thing I'm noticing about St. Paul Summit Academy, or Academy Summit, as that turnover comes, and there again is number 35, Gretchen Fandel Thompson. So the Fandel Thompson sisters are ruling the roost here at home. Now coming in, number 1 for St. Louis Park, Meg Ridgway, and she now loses it. Ball loose, And a whistle now comes with 20 minutes remaining, and quickly St. Paul takes off with it, and that ensues with another whistle. And they're going to give it to another Academy cadet, if that's what they call them. And now the pass, and wide open in the middle. Can she handle it? Was number 21 for St. Paul Academy, Charlotte Goings. And now the ball still loose, and she's still trying to gain control. And a whistle now, as we're approaching 19.5 minutes remaining here, half number one. Fast moving first half, now with it 8, Julia Colbert. Colbert now looking to split the defense, getting double teamed, getting turned back around. Great defense there by the Orioles, not allowing that penetration by Colbert. Beautifully done on defense. Now Lilith Green Friedman for Academy. And she loses it, and in the corner, fighting for it, that's Vandell Thompson, and she comes away with it again, and then she draws a whistle as a stick kind of got near her face. And St. Louis Park trying to get away with one real fast, draws another whistle. Lily Vandell Thompson. And now here comes Park. Nice pass to number 7 for the Orioles. That was Ryan Rasmussen, and she comes right in and shoots and scores it. Ryan Rasmussen kind of turned like a tight end and took that pass at about the 40 and then rushed it to the right side of the field. Here she comes, blowing by the defense, cutting right, coming right in, eye on the prize, and delivers that shot low and to the left, beating the goaltender for St. Paul.
7,
Ryan Rasmussen with a beautiful rush to the goal. She's a senior out there.
Rasmussen.
And a nice goal by her. She took that pass and just was gone like the wind. That goal coming with 18:45 remaining. 2-0 our score. Great start here for the Orioles. Again, glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports as we go to the center circle. Madeline Aklam. And it's interesting, the Orioles have lost all 3 face-offs in the middle, and yet they're up 2-0, so that speaks highly of their defense. Now coming in for St. Paul, Mia Hoffman, number 9, and a whistle. And an infraction's gonna come against the Orioles, and that's gonna be Mia Hoffman with it at about the 15-inch. They start right away, coming in from behind on defense. St. Louis Park, pass in close, attempted to get to Naomi Peters. And just as she was trying to reach for it, it drew a whistle, and she's gonna get a free opportunity. Right at point blank range for Naomi Peters to get St. Paul Academy on the board. Clock continues to tick down, just under 18 minutes to go. And there is the whistle, and that bounce shot goes wide left. So a wasted opportunity there for St. Paul Academy, and now here come the Orioles, way deep behind their own net, and look at the forecheck put on by St. Paul, and they do a nice job. Ball loose, now picked up again by the Orioles. Outlet pass on the bounce, well done as she gets it to number 1. That, of course, again is Meg Ridgway. Now Ridgway with it into the offensive zone. Ridgway coming right down the middle, unaccosted. Weaves left, comes right in, then she gets triple teamed, gets rid of it. Coming on the near side, crossing over, shooting, and missing was number 3 for the Orioles, Amelia Johnson, the senior. But a nice sequence there as we watch her. She takes some abuse there with a stick to the noggin. Surprised there wasn't a whistle there. And maybe there was as they retrieve the ball. Clock continues to wind down. We're under 17 minutes, in fact, 16:48 right now. As they get set up, and the Orioles will retain possession. Coming right in and shooting is Ryan Rasmussen, and that's her 2nd goal in a row tonight. And boy, when she gets the ball, you just get that sense she just has her eye right on that net, and she's going for it, and someone needs to stop her. So a nice play there by Ryan Rasmussen. That goal comes with 16:40 remaining. So 2 for number 7, Ryan Rasmussen. Watch this replay. This is what I'm talking about. Just, she has a nose for the net, doesn't she? She came right in, moved in on the defense, and beat the goaltender on the left side. And there she is, getting ready for possibly a hat trick this afternoon. She's off to a great start. And now the score 3-0 and another face-off in the middle. St. Paul has won the last three, but this time Academy comes up with it, and that's Madeline Aklam, the sophomore, finally gets that. So they're 1 out of 4, and now they have the ball, and that is Ryan Rasmussen again. This time she gets pushed back nicely on defense by Mary Lynn for St. Paul. Now the pass out in front, gets dropped momentarily, but picked up. And St. Louis Park now will set it up top as they rotate that ball around nicely. They're looking very good here. Good defense against number 10, Lily Fandel Thompson. As the ball stays out up top. So St. Paul seemingly tightening up their defense as we're approaching 15:50 remaining in the first half. Good defense again as they triple team. St. Louis Park being very patient, and now a whistle and a play away from the ball, it feels like. The referee points, clock now at 15.5 minutes remaining. And it's going to be a free opportunity for the Orioles. That's the lefty there. Looks like number 28, if I have a name for her. I do not, but I might not be reading the number right. Coming right in, and the shot blocked in front. Rebound to number 4 for St. Louis Park, and then a whistle. That was Alicia Fitzpatrick getting the loose ball right in front, and now she'll get an opportunity, point blank range, to put the Orioles up by 4. Exactly 15 minutes remaining here, first half. Whistle, she comes right in and delivers the goal. She goes low and at knee level. The two defenders closed in quickly, but she was able to get that shot off. Number 4, Alicia Fitzpatrick, just in time as she goes left and low. And slow on the uptake was the goaltender for St. Paul, Lucy Thomas.
10-11.
So Fitzpatrick gets goal number 4, and the Orioles are off to a great start here at home on a beautiful, warm, this is like a August 5th day, and it's only May 11th. No, today's the 12th, I guess. And they're up 4-0. And boy, good days ahead here for St. Louis Park girls lacrosse. I think they've had a couple down years, if I remember, but they are markedly improved this year and really fun to watch. And now to the center circle, number 1, Meg Ridgway will do the honors as she gets all adjusted. Clock still stopped. And I wish I knew more about lacrosse, because now I see both players are on the same side of the line. So obviously you can take whatever position you want as St. Paul wins that faceoff. If they could give points for winning the faceoff at the center circle, St. Paul would be in business, as they've won 4 of 5 in this match, but they have 0 goals to show for it. Unfortunately for them, they have a hard time keeping possession of the ball with just these little passes. Julia Colbert seems to be very skilled out there. And now over to number 5, Lucy Bond. That's Bond, not James Bond, Lucy Bond. And Bond over to the corner, as now St. Paul will take their time as we're approaching 14 minutes to go right now. And now a whistle, and an infraction may be called against one of the Fandel Thompson sisters, and it looks like it's going to be an opportunity for St. Paul Summit Academy, or Academy Summit. And that free opportunity is defended very well by Lily Thompson, or excuse me, not Lily Thompson, Fandel Thompson. Good aggressive defense right there by the Orioles. I think that was number 20. 21 maybe. Their numbers are so small, and I didn't bring my binoculars. Shame on me. Now St. Paul coming right in, number 13, Nina Starshuk. Almost gets a good opportunity. Ball loose now in the near corner, picked up by St. Paul. As they maintain possession here, and there they lost it right away. Great defense by the Orioles as they turn it over. And that's a great forced turnover by number 30 or 38. I cannot tell. They're so small. Now here come the Orioles, up 4-0. 12:45 to go, first half. In the corner, Rasmussen. Up front, point blank range, loses the ball. Now picked up by St. Paul, and they got a nice turnover. That outlet pass, though, was a little bit reckless or careless as the Orioles come away with it. So that was a little bit wishful thinking, I felt, that outlet pass by St. Paul. And now the Orioles are back in business on the offensive end, right in front to Ryan Rasmussen. She takes the pass unaccosted, turns like a button hook, and puts the ball in the back of the net for goal number 5. And that comes with 12:13 to go, half number 1. Here's the replay. And look at the nice feed by number 3, Amelia Johnson, and she finds Rasmussen, and there's nothing the goaltender could do.
St. Paul
Lucy
Academy.
Thomas, and that's going to bring a timeout on the field for St. Paul Academy as we get a good look at Ryan Rasmussen, who has 3 goals on the evening, as we're just halfway through half number 1. You are watching ParkTV 16 Sports, streaming live on YouTube.
Time of the goal, 12.
Glad you're with us. And if you're a St. Louis Park girls lacrosse fan, you are having a great time here so far, as they have reeled off 5 goals here in the first half of half number 1 as we look at their last 4 matches. 4 wins in a row there. Irondale, Mountain West Tonka, and by huge scores. Look at the scoring, 13, 13, 16, and 12. That's impressive. That's notable right off the bat. And look at that game against Holy Angels, 12-11. That's got to be a confidence booster for sure against a good outfit like Holy Angels. And now, of course, St. Paul Academy, and then coming up Hopkins and Kennedy next week. And what, the 14th, that's on the weekend here on Saturday. And then they're at Jefferson, the West Siders of Bloomington, before Waconia comes here. And then I think it's sections time, and it'll be fun to see how St. Louis Park girls lacrosse does in the playoffs, which is coming up sooner than you think, as we are in a timeout taken by St. Paul Academy. As I look out, they're doing some intense instructions there on the left side. St. Paul Academy, I'm trying to think, if I was the coach, what I would be talking to them about, and I don't know enough about lacrosse other than just the fundamentals. Just be sure of the passes, just go down, be on offense, and let's just work on passing the ball, looking for shots, passing the ball, ensuring the ball's in the basket. That's from the good lacrosse teams that I've seen. Those things are a must. It's just the basic little passes and rotating that ball around. Once you get that down, then they can start thinking about how they can score it. But right now, I would just have them working on that. And then when they get their clear opportunities, take them. But work on those short passes. Okay, timeout, long one though. Gosh, that must have been about 2 minutes. 12:13 remaining as the players saunter out. Except for, looks like number 20, Markham. I don't know who number 20, oh yeah, that's Riley Ridgway coming out, looks like, to the center circle. So Riley Ridgway will do the face-off honors. She'll take on number 10 for St. Paul, Naomi Peters. So the Orioles, after getting that 5th goal, number 3 for Ryan Rasmussen, we're back to the center circle with 12:13 remaining, half number 1. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports after that marathon timeout. And we're underway here. There. St. Paul has won almost all the faceoffs except for one, and they win another one. And boy, they are really good at that. And we got to give credit where credit is due. And there is Naomi Peters coming right in. Will she take the shot? She does. It goes wide right, and that was great defense coming right across from left to right. Can't quite see her number. I think that's number 21 for St. Louis Park. Excellent on defense, Aaron Kozlowski. I'm quite sure I saw that right, and now losing it. And St. Louis Park, and that outlet pass, that's the second misfire by their goaltender. And I can't quite get her number either. She's got that long ponytail blocking. Is it an 8, Paul's trying to tell me, or a 6? 3, 6, 9, or 8. Well, it might be Clara Bagney, I'm thinking. If it's 6. All right, now, Orioles with it. On the far side, again, that's 21, Erin Kozlowski, and what great defense she's shown on the last possession by Summit Academy, and she still has it. Outlet pass, perfect to Fandel. She brings it onto the offensive zone. Gretchen Fandel Thompson. And now coming in, Fandel Thompson puts the shot down and misses as it gets by the goaltender in the entire net. But Fandel Thompson came all the way from deep in her defensive zone. She must have run 100 yards as she retreats back. She's one of those rare players. She can go both ways. So there's rules, right? There are players that can play both offense and defense, and then there's players that can only be on the offensive end. And then when it gets back on the other side, they've got to stop at midfield and vice versa. So I'm just learning the game, talking it out. Well, I knew that already, but just saying, and there's a quick shot and a goal by St. Louis Park, and they are really off to the races here. Trying to get the number on her. Let's see, is that Rasmussen again? There she is with the ball. Look at the moves. Wow, quick. Quick like Mick Jagger, and the quick little nifty pass to number 3, Amelia Johnson. But Ryan Rasmussen with a incredible move there. She'll get the assist, and I am becoming more and more impressed with Ryan Rasmussen. Super talented lacrosse player out there. And it is on full display as the Orioles now have a 6-0 lead. And there's still 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Clock stopped. Back to the center circle. And I think that's Madeline Aklam again to do the honors at the center circle. Here's where St. Paul Academy excels. They might want to advocate for a rule change. Like if you win 6 face-offs in a row, that equals 1 point or something. Just add a little more scoring nuance to it. But there is Fandel Thompson. Gretchen pass just eludes her teammate. But there is number 3, Amelia Johnson, to save the day, who she just got the last goal as she trots back to the center. Goes right by the defender, number 10, Naomi Peters for St. Paul Academy. And the quick shot and a goal again. And the Orioles are putting the hammer down on the Spartans of St. Paul Academy. They're going to be looking for that bus back to the east side of the metro area, as they are not doing so well here, as the Orioles now have 7 goals. And Amelia Johnson gets her 2nd in a row. 15-12. That goal comes with 9:48 remaining. Half number 1. Our score 7-0. St. Louis Park came into this match 5-2. As we look to the center circle, that's number 13 for St. Paul. Her name is Nina Starshuk. And again, that looks like number 27, Madeline Aklam. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Not sure. I'll have to ask Howard. How do you pronounce it? Anklam? Anklam. Got it. Thank you. So, Madeline Anklam at the center circle with a 7-0 lead, 9:48 to go, and a quick whistle as she is taking on number 13, Nina Starshuk. And that's going to be awarded to St. Paul. They keep winning those center circles, but they don't have any goals to show for it, do they? The face-offs, I guess. And now the pass, and that's what I'm talking about. They're real difficulty with just those basic short 10-yard passes, but keeping it for St. Paul's Julia Colbert. Colbert now with a little bit of an opening, seemingly anyway, but she decides not to take it. And she'll back up right there, now up top, and that's what I'm talking about, just those little passes. Oh my goodness. Now with it, number 5, Lucy Bond. And no one there. Oh my goodness. Now, Colbert back behind the net, missing that one, number 4. Boy, if I was the St. Paul coach, all I would do for 2 hours of practice every day is just pass. That's it, until they got that down. And it's just a matter of repetition, I feel. But they are really struggling with that basic. I'm surprised they have the 2 wins. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but they're really having difficulty with those basic things. And here come the Orioles. This time, number 13 rushes it up quickly. That is, do I have a name for her? No. Sorry about that. Now, St. Louis Park up 7-0, 8.5 minutes to go, first half. Amelia Johnson with 2 goals. Quick pass down low, and it's deflected. And that was Gretchen Fandel Thompson, now on the offensive end, getting deflected there, right at point-blank range. Couldn't quite get it by the goaltender, Lucy Thomas. And now another bang-bang play, and that ball ricochets back into the far corner, as we are now at 8 minutes remaining in half number 1. Beautiful late afternoon in May, 81 degrees, humidity, but it feels good, I have to admit. It wasn't that long ago where we were in the freezing temperatures, like maybe just 10 days ago. And now St. Paul comes away with a turnover with 7:40 remaining, and rushing the ball nicely in the wide open territory is number 5, Lucy Bond. And she gets it ahead nicely, and that's a nice catch and receive by number 15, Eden Sitko. Sitko now gets turned back. Great defense by Fandel Thompson. Gretchen now with it. Number 5, Lucy Bond. Now to number 6, Ella Bond. Pretty sure they're related. Now Ella to her sister. You'd think they would have good chemistry passing the ball. They could do that in their backyard every day of the week. Now number 21, Charlotte Goings. And intercepted by Fandel Thompson. Gretchen again coming away with it. And a nice outlet pass, and that was not Fandel Thompson, or was it? No, that was number, I can't read her number, they're too little. Now with it for St. Louis Park. Shot and a goal. Let's see if I can read the number. 22 with it. Kate Grimm, the sophomore.
Scoring for St. Louis
And that
Park,
shot was low, and that's always a good place to shoot the ball. Grimm with it. She trots off. Got to feel good about that as she puts the Orioles up 8-0 with 6:37 remaining. And it is decidedly lopsided. And now St. Louis Park will take a timeout.
Coming up at halftime will be the St. Louis Park High School girls lacrosse.
Incredible.
Cash raffle
So the
draw.
clock is stopped at 6:37 to go. One thing I also noticed, St. Louis Park, they're used to their home field, and I've been here many times before, and this field really takes the heat. It's the sun on the west just beats right down on it, and you can see there, that's exactly what it looks like there is what it feels like. They are in, I think against those bleachers, it's gotta feel in the 90s right there. No shade or anything like that, but I don't think there's any complaining going on by those two. They look like they're having a lovely time as they're watching their Orioles having their way, as there's 1:44 remaining in these timeouts. I'm surprised how long these timeouts are in lacrosse. It's hard for me to imagine, and I don't mean any disrespect, what there is to talk about for 2 whole minutes in a timeout. I'm not so sure. NFL, are they 2 minutes? I don't think so, maybe a minute. But nevertheless, 2 minutes. So always a teaching opportunity for the coaches on both sides. But one of the things I was gonna suggest here or point out, look at that guy. He is brave in the heat with long pants, long shirt. Got his camera there. Getting some great shots on the sideline, I'm sure, especially with this great light. So what I've been trying to say is Park, they have these canopies to protect their players from the heat. And they don't provide the same accommodation for their visitors, so their visitors got to bring their own canopies, but the canopies are key. All the players are underneath in the shade, and that can be significant in these conditions, because as time goes on, that heat and humidity will wear you down. And I don't know if there's any rules in the Minnesota State High School League that controls that. I doubt it. But it's something I would think that any high school team would want to have on their bus. You can roll those things up and slide them down in the middle of the aisle of the school bus as you go, and have a little relief from the sun. But St. Paul doesn't have that. They're down 8-0 as we're approaching the end of this 2-minute timeout. This one was taken by St. Louis Park, even though they have the 8-0 lead. So I've always questioned that. I've said it out loud before. I know Benilde St. Margaret's guys team, they like to take timeouts when they're really dominating, and far be it from me to criticize, although that's probably what I'm doing here. I'm always of the school that when things are working, you keep them working, and there's no reason to stop the good flow of the game when you're up. But sometimes if you're gonna do timeouts and maybe make some substitutions, it's a good idea to get some instructions in there. So maybe one day I'll interview them and ask them what the point of that is, so I can relay that to the home audience here. Okay, following that eternity of a timeout, we're back to the center circle. That's number 4 with it, Alicia Fitzpatrick. Her team up 8-0, 6:37 on the clock. And I do note there are some substitutions, at least on St. Paul's side of the ball. Some of the players that have been playing are now resting on the sideline, and lots of water, as they do need to hydrate in this intense heat. And we're not really built up for this heat yet. This is, like I said, we usually build up to this type of temperatures by mid to late June, or for sure not till July, I guess. And now, and it's not gonna remain. I see temperatures and the highs is just the 50s or 60s next week. So this is a little treat here. It's like the 4th of July weather. All right, now the Orioles with it. Clock continues to run, 6:12 remaining. That pass gets over Ryan Rasmussen's head and out of bounds on that far sideline, and that's gonna be a turnover in favor of St. Paul Academy. So 2 Saints here playing each other. St. Paul and St. Louis. Now, nice spin move, splitting the defense, but just losing at the last second was number 2 for St. Paul. Ivy Rhea, I thought was a nice play, everything, but she just forgot the ball at the last second, but that was a nice little move I thought she made there on the defense. And now the ball loose, and a whistle as number 10 for St. Paul, Naomi Peters. And now here's Peters with it. She crosses her own 40, approaches midfield, cuts back, splits the defense, and now she's in the wide open. She's got 3 players wide open on either side. Coming all the way in and losing it. What a great defensive poke check by St. Louis Park's number 21. Erin Kozlowski, and I've mentioned her name more than once on defense, and she comes up with another great defensive play and a turnover. And there's Kozlowski with the spin move. Coming to the near side, pulls up, now looks for another opening, and she finds it. Comes across the 40, weaves through into the offensive zone, and she turns on the afterburners as she comes down the middle of the field. Another spin move, she's gonna come right in unassisted and puts it in the net. Erin Kozlowski, right there, single-handedly goes the length of the field as she poke-checked the ball away and brings it all the way down. What an individual highlight, real worthy performance is this move right there, coming right in, goes to the right side and goes high and beats the goaltender Lucy Thomas for goal number 9, and that comes with 4:45, and look at the joy on her face. That is too much fun.
Time of the goal, 20-15.
That goal coming again with 4:45 to go. It's 9-0, and this St. Louis Park girls team is fun to watch. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. We go to the center circle, number 27, Madeline Ocklum. I think I got that pronounced right. And the face-off, Summit Academies, number 10 doing the honors, Naomi Peters, ball loose in the St. Louis Park defensive zone, and that's Fandel Thompson Gretchen with it. She cuts back left, now back, And the return pass loose, coming away with it nicely is Naomi Peters. Peters now with a chance for Summit. Here she comes with a quick shot and a nice save by St. Louis Park. And the outlet pass just threads the needle and gets to them. 4:15 remaining on that far side. Kozlowski again. Now to Ryan Rasmussen. She's got 3 goals on the afternoon as she comes on the far side, being guarded by number 2, Ivy Rea. Now Ryan Rasmussen comes to a slow trot and puts the ball behind the net. Now to the near side. Great ball rotation. There is Fandel Thompson to 27, Acklam. Now on the far side, good ball rotation. Marked improvement here for St. Louis Park girls lacrosse. Really a good foundation and a fun team to watch. 3.5 minutes now coming up remaining. Half number 1. Dominating performance here by the Orioles in the first half. Spin move, losing it. Nice defense by St. Paul's number 15, Eden Sitko, but a whistle against her gives the possession of the ball back to number 16. I believe that's Anna McCallan. McCallan now gets pushed back. Wisely, all of a sudden, almost interrupted there by number 4, Riley Urban for St. Paul. But Fandel Thompson comes right in and takes the shot, and a nice save by Lucy Thomas as she deflects it out in front. Rebound now picked up by Acklam. Acklam with it, and a whistle as she turns around to look back going, who, me? What? Wait. And now the referee will sort it out. Clock continues to run down. 2:40 remaining now, half number 1. It looks like the Orioles are going to get possession here as they're trying to get a double-digit lead here at the waning moments of half number 1, and that is number 27, Acklam. And she decides to not go towards the net, passes it to Fitzpatrick. Now Ryan Rasmussen in the corner. She gets rid of the ball, then cuts to the center. Now the ball comes to the near side, and that is Fandel Thompson. She cuts left, comes right in, gives it up behind the net. Losing it momentarily is St. Louis Park. Now they retain it. Nobody there on defense to take advantage. Now Ryan Rasmussen, centering pass in traffic, and it ends up in the net for a goal, I believe. Nope, clock continues to wind. No, 2 minutes exactly on the clock, and that is going to be a goal. Goal number 10, and I'm not sure who's going to get the credit for that one. Came right in there, and that pass got through there to number 27, Acklam. I think Acklam received that pass from Rasmussen, and they did. She threaded the needle. What a play. In traffic, goal to Acklam from Rasmussen. 2 minutes exactly remaining.
Madeline Acklam.
Madeline Acklam, look at this, in traffic. And she just got rid of it so fast. What a beautifully engineered play between Rasmussen and Madeline Acklam right there, number 27. And what a great first half this has been for St. Louis Park. Still 2 minutes to go. Back to the center circle. They're up 10-0. And is there a mercy rule, Paul? There must be. I'm not quite sure what it is in girls lacrosse. Maybe not. But there really ought to be at this point. 10-0. As we are nearing the end of half number 1 here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us. We're streaming live on YouTube as St. Paul now has the ball in the St. Louis Park zone. That's Mia Hoffman, number 9. Hoffman trying to do it on her own, coming in, looking for a shot. She gets triple teamed, losing the ball, and now a whistle will stop play. Clock continues to run, however, a minute and a half to go. And now a chance for St. Paul to get on the board here in the first half for the first time. Mia Hoffman will do the honors. Point blank range, maybe their best opportunity of the first half, coming right in, and the shot just underneath the crossbar on that bounce. Beats the St. Louis Park goaltender for goal number 1 for St. Paul. Coming with 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. That goal is going to be credited to Mia Hoffman on the free shot.
Number 9, Mia Hoffman.
And there she is, Mia Hoffman, putting some respectability back in the St. Paul Summit Academy team there. Always want to avoid a shutout whenever possible, and she gets that goal number 1 in the first half. So something for the Spartans to build on as we go back to the center circle. And was that number 3, I think? Is that Amelia Johnson at the center circle? Might be. I think so. She digs in there. Look at the tension on those sticks. Ball comes up. St. Paul's been winning these all evening here, and they almost win that one. I think they're going to get credit, as that's going to be an infraction against St. Louis Park. And that means a face-off win again for number 13, Nina Starshuk. And now they have it, but they lose it just like that. No surprise. Ball loose in their own zone. 1 minute remaining now, half number one. Clock continues to run, 51 seconds and counting. Clock stopped, and St. Louis Park has it deep in their own zone. And now a whistle. And St. Louis Park will start again. On the far side, that is number 4 with it, Alicia Fitzpatrick. And now St. Paul almost intercepts it, and now a whistle just as they're about to take it. And that is an infraction against the Spartans. 11 seconds remaining. St. Louis Park, they got a chance here at the end. If they move quickly, here they come. Right in, and losing the ball with 3 seconds remaining. That could cost them their last chance here. And there is the siren signaling the end of half number one. And after one full half of play, our score, St. Louis Park 10, St. Paul Academy and Summit 1. Come on back for half number 2.
If you go to a waiting room for the cancer clinic at Children's, every parent is wondering, will that next breakthrough happen in time to save my child? We have the knowledge, we have the insights from decades of research. We may be able to cure cancer with no worse side effects than feeling like you have a cold for a couple days. It's not a question of if we're going to be able to do this, it's just a matter of when. The quality of the medical care at Seattle Children's Hospital and the depth and breadth of the research community here will impact the well-being of children throughout the world.
Seattle Children's is working relentlessly to improve treatments for more than 200 diseases and conditions. And as one of the nation's top children's hospitals, we're not just beating the odds, we're changing them for all kid kind. Find a clinical trial that could change everything at seattlechildrens.org/clinical trials.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are on the campus of the beautiful St. Louis Park High School, bringing you girls lacrosse featuring St. Paul Academy and Summit taking on the St. Louis Park Orioles. And there's your score at halftime, 10-1. St. Louis Park dominating every aspect of this game except for face-offs. St. Paul Academy, I think, has won 10 of 12 of them, yet they only have one goal on the scoreboard. So winning face-offs, as I usually like to say as I continue my journey in learning about boys and girls lacrosse, the face-off is so important, except for tonight. It has played no role in any success for St. Paul, but we're back here to begin the second half. Glad you're with us. I'm Robert Christensen. We're streaming live on YouTube, and this is ParkTV 16 Sports, and right away, a quick whistle on the face-off. And it looks like Park's gonna have it, and now a Spartan runs off. Number 17, not sure if she was injured or if there was a penalty there. She may not have been feeling well. That is Stella Hunter. But meanwhile, we're back underway here, second half, just underway. They're up 10-1, the Orioles, and they have the ball with the first possession following that face-off, and that is Ryan Rasmussen on the far corner, number 7. She's got 3 goals and an assist on the afternoon. Amelia Johnson has 2 goals as well. And in goal for St. Louis Park, Maya Stanbury has been stellar, although she hasn't been tested much, but she's played well when she has been, only giving up 1 goal. And now St. Louis Park, very deliberate, which they should be, with a 10-1 lead here. Take their time and work on those fundamental passes. I just love it when I see them just turn around and pass the ball around. It's good. Now, look at that. I don't know what that was. My goodness, I don't want to be overly critical there, but I'm not quite sure what that pass was about. That was Acklam, who also has a goal and has been their #1 center person on the faceoff. But what a nice, nifty catch there by #9 for St. Paul. That was Maya Hoffman, and the nicest play of the afternoon for St. Paul. Here comes Maya Hoffman with it after accepting that pass, kind of an over-the-shoulder, behind, backward basket catch. And that results in her being right there in front of the St. Louis Park goal and a chance to put Park's second goal on the board right here for Mia Hoffman early in half #2. Can it be possible that St. Paul Academy can get back in this? This would help a lot if they got a goal. And that ball is deflected or goes left, but is picked up by St. Paul on the rebound. And very aggressively bringing it in there, #21. That's Charlotte Goings. Here's the replay, and the nice save by Stanbury. But St. Paul got the rebound, and another opportunity coming up for Charlotte Goings. She comes right in, and another save by Stanbury. Two great opportunities go by the wayside for St. Paul Academy, and now they are trying to get the ball again. That's their third recovery in this rush on this end, and that's a nifty pass inside to #13, Starship. St. Paul looking a little bit better here, early going of the second half, and now the ball all the way in the corner, being chased by Lilith Green Friedman, and looks like St. Paul will retain possession, or no, it looks like that's a turnover. St. Louis Park defends that. Very formidable rushing opportunity now in the far corner. That is really far away from my vantage point. Hard to see the number. Now, beautiful pass. And that was #21, Kozlowski. I should have known. She's been stellar on defense and has a goal that will be highlight worthy for years to come for St. Louis Park lore, because that was amazing what Aaron Kozlowski did. And there's another goal, this time by #1, Claire. No, let's see, that is Meg Ridgway, the sophomore, on their first offensive rush. Nifty pass by #20, I believe. I caught her number right in the replay, and there she caught the goaltender, Lucy Thomas, leaning to her left, and easily put the ball on the right side of the net.
Meg Ridgway.
And now it is 11-1 with 21:22 remaining.
38. Meg Ridgway at 3:38.
So Ridgway gets the goal with 21:22 remaining. Our score 11-1. There is a mercy rule, and we may be approaching it in the next goal or two, but we go back to the center circle. Clock stopped. The better part of, oh, clock continues to run. I think we're in the mercy rule now, Paul. 21 minutes, usually the clock stops, so mercy rule in play, it appears. 10 goals might be. Howard, my counterpart, the famous PA announcer, is checking the rules on that. And St. Paul wins another face-off, and a nice pass received by #13, Nina Sharshuk. And now the ball is lost to Gretchen Fandel Thompson as she takes a tumble, loses her stick, and now a whistle late. And they'll order the ball back, and Fandel Thompson off to the races again, cuts right, crosses midfield, nifty pass right on the mark to #1. That is Ridgway, who just got the goal, and she gets turned back around. Good defense there. She got double teamed by St. Paul. As we approach 20 minutes, now she splits the defense. Nifty little pass. And boy, I keep saying it, but it comes to my mind when I see it, how well St. Louis Park is passing that ball this year. Really paying off as they're 5-2. Certainly going to go 6-2. Now to #4.
In running time.
Riley Urban. Or no, excuse me, that is Alicia Fitzpatrick. And the quick pass and a goal, and what a pretty goal that was by St. Louis Park as she took that pass and delivered that shot all in one motion. #3, Amelia Johnson, and that's a hat trick as she took the pass from Ryan Rasmussen. I like to call like a little button hook, you know, like a tight end kind of hooks around and catches the ball. She kind of hooks around and delivers that shot. And there's
Scoring for
Amelia
St.
Johnson,
Louis Park,
the
her
senior.
third goal of the game. Number
Third
3,
goal of the
Amelia
afternoon. So
Johnson.
both she and Ryan
The assist
Rasmussen
goes to
have
number 7,
hat tricks.
Ryan
Clock still running as we're in
Rasmussen.
running time.
Time of the goal,
As we approach
5-1-2.
19 minutes remaining.
Johnson from Rasmussen at 5.
So Johnson
20,
from
and
Rasmussen.
Amelia Johnson
And we go
gets
back to the
hat
center
trick.
circle, and there is Madeline Acklum, and she'll go against number 10, Naomi Peters for St. Paul Summit and Academy. I know it's St. Paul Academy and Summit, but sometimes it comes out Summit and Academy. Doesn't really make a difference. Okay, here we go to the center circle. St. Paul's been winning these most of the afternoon, but they're not turning them into goals. And now, ball was loose, and that drew a whistle from the near sideline, and that's going to give the ball to St. Louis Park. So they win that one. They've started to fare a little better in the center circle. That's something they should probably work on, though, because when they get against more formidable opponents, that face-off prowess is going to hurt them. So if that's one constructive critique I have, and I'm not brilliant by coming up with it, it wouldn't take a rocket science to figure that out, but for fodder to think about, that would be something that they need to work on. And there's a pass and a goal. That's one thing they don't need to work on. They are really good at scoring goals and passing that ball. Incredible. And I think, is that Fandel Thompson with that goal? I can't quite tell the number in the light there. That was number 20, it looks like. 28.
Scoring for St. Louis Park.
Well, we'll listen to Howard.
Margot Pollock.
All right, Margot Pollock.
The
I don't
assist
have
goes
her
to
on
number
my
7,
program here, number
Ryan
28.
Rasmussen.
You know, we
Time to
rely
go,
on getting this off the internet, and they used to have
7:09.
programs at the front
Pollock
gate, but they don't
from
do that
Rasmussen
anymore, so
at
it makes it a lot more difficult,
7:09.
unfortunately. I wish they would bring those regular programs back, but I suppose it's a cost-saving measure, and in the days of the internet, they're like, you know what, you got to bring your own. It's not that difficult, so that's where we're at. So my apologies for not always being able to bring you the names. And now back to the center circle. We're under 17 minutes to go, 16:49 to be exact, and the face-off goes to St. Paul this time. That's number 9 with it, Mia Hoffman. And see, their numbers are, oh my goodness, and down goes Fandel Thompson, and she was leveled by Mia Thompson. Ouch, bang, right there. And she went down on that cross check. I can't believe that's not a penalty of some kind, especially if you get the stick up a little bit. But it doesn't look like anybody's going to be put on the sideline, as St. Louis Park has it. And there's Fandel Thompson, no worse for wear, as she weaves through the defense, finds a little opening, and look at that nifty pass by Fandel Thompson. Beautifully received by St. Louis Park's number 1, of course, Ridgway that is, and now she'll pull up and back up a little bit and allow her teammates to catch up. Now the pass to the other side, that is Ryan Rasmussen. As they rotate it around, now down low. Back to Rasmussen, now to Meg Ridgway. Ridgway facing some pressure, gets rid of it, back to Rasmussen. Clock continues to wind down, 15.5 minutes remaining. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. This is the stellar St. Louis Park girls lacrosse team. They're about to go 6-2 on the year, and now almost intercepted by St. Paul, and now a quick whistle, and I'm not sure why that was. I thought that was a good defensive play by St. Paul, but that's going to be number 13 with it. And I don't have a name for her either for St. Louis Park. Okay, now behind the net. Rasmussen facing some pressure, and that pressure forced almost a turnover, but St. Louis Park recovers nicely. Ball loose momentarily, but another good recovery. And look at the speed here, coming right in and deciding to forgo the shot was, again, number 13, who I do not know who that is. Ball loose. Stella Myers was in there, number 23, trying to get it. Now here comes St. Paul's number 9, Mia Hoffman with it on the turnover. 14 gets it ahead to number 21, Charlotte Goings. See, I can see their numbers plain as day, those big white numbers against that dark blue, but the orange and the white, and they're so small, and with that light, it just reflects off there, and it's much more difficult without my binoculars, and I swore I had them in the car when I got in there today, but they were not there. So my apologies to the listening audience for my negligence. And there is a shot and a goal for St. Paul. And I believe that was number 13, Nina Starshuk, but maybe not. Maybe it was number 15. Let's see. No, that was 21. Charlotte Goings with the goal as she beats the goaltender, number 8, Mia Stanberg, for just goal number 2 for St. Paul, but we're still going to be in remaining time, and there is the goal
for
scorer.
St. Paul Academy, number 21, Charlotte Goings.
Clock continues to run now.
11,
13, 17 remaining.
11,
Back to the center circle. The face-off is going to be won by, that's number 1, Meg Ridgway fighting for it, and now a whistle, and St. Paul gets possession, so they win that, and now off to the races. Number 9 is Mia Hoffman. Hoffman coming in, goes around the defense, loses it. Nice poke check by Fandel Thompson. That's Gretchen with it, coming to the left side. Nice outlet pass once again, and boy, is she really good out there, Fandel Thompson. Just stellar on defense and a great assist, and she scored a goal. She can do it all here for St. Louis Park, and now Ryan Rasmussen with her 3 goals pulls up, gets it over to the left side to number 23. I believe that was Stella Myers. Now to the far side and behind the net as the Orioles are going to their bench, giving experience all the way around, and always a good idea when you're up by 11 goals in the second half with 12:10 remaining. Now Rasmussen. And that pass, trying to get it to 23, Stella Myers. And now St. Paul gets the turnover, and they have the ball. Under 12 minutes to go. Long pass into the offensive zone. Unable to handle it, though, was number 4, Riley Urban. And now it's a turnover for St. Louis Park, and now they have it in the offensive zone. A nice, nifty pass ahead to number 13, who I don't have a name for, but look at the speed on her. She comes right in, and she's shown that display before, only to get turned back around. One of these times, I would encourage her to turn to the net. And now the pass in front. She was coming in wide opening. It was a little bit high, and she had a hard time handling it, but a nice idea for the Orioles. And they're going to retain possession. And I think that's 23, Stella Myers. It is. So now a chance for Miss Myers here. Clock continues to run, 11 minutes, and that shot is saved by Lucy Thomas. That's her 3rd memorable save, and now she'll have it. She'll look to outlet it here. Just to the near side, pressure put on, and the steal right on the doorstep by St. Louis Park, but then a whistle. And St. Louis Park has it. They're going to come right in, wide open, and a goal. Is that Kozlowski again? Or is that Riley? I didn't see the numbers. Boy, that light is coming in at such a flat angle right now. Let's see, that is number 20, I believe. 20.
Timeout, St. Paul Academy.
That's Riley Ridgway. So she obviously is related to Meg Ridgway. She got the turnover, picked it up, came in, beat the goaltender Lucy Thomas. And it's 14-2 with 10:23 remaining. And it appears there's a timeout on the field. And I guess a timeout really is a timeout. No running time during the timeouts. As I see St. Paul coming over to get the water. It's got to be hot out there, running around in this humidity. I think it's at 84%. But 10:23 remains, and we can look at the St. Paul Academy Summit upcoming schedule, and you kind of see the types of teams that they play. A few common opponents there. Waconia, leaps out at me right away as both teams will be playing them. I think St. Louis Park will wrap up their regular season against Waconia, but as we look at St. Paul Academy, Northfield was postponed, and they had a 2-2 record, I felt. Maybe that game did get played eventually, I'm wondering. Let's see, I have them, yeah, April 18th. They had a game before that where they beat SPA Randolph campus. I've never heard of that. Or no, that is their campus. So they, not quite sure there, but they lost to St. Paul, but I don't know which St. Paul they lost to. Then they were postponed with Northfield. Then at Hastings, a big win on the road just by 9-8. And then they took care of Columbia Heights, north of northeast Minneapolis, over that way, just south of 694, that area. And then they got beat handily by Osseo Park Center, but they are feeling the hurt like they haven't felt it all year when they're playing the Orioles right now, as they are down 14-2. This is going to likely be their worst loss of the year so far. As we look at the sun-soaked sideline of St. Louis Park and their coach giving instructions, as it looks like we're about to conclude the timeout. Looking at the scoreboard, 10:23 remains. We are in running time as our score is in a double-digit lead. And there's the whistle from the refs signaling the end of the allotment of time for the timeout. And the players seem to be moving a little slowly out there from sideline to the playing field. Might have something to do with the hot, humid weather. We had storms through here last night, some inclement weather. I think some power outages in the suburbs. Didn't look like St. Louis Park suffered any damage to note, at least as I was driving through the neighborhoods on the way to the playing field, so that's good to know. I think some trees were down out in the western or southwestern suburbs or out Waconia way, as we were talking about their team playing both these girls' teams. So real slow going here out on the field. A little disappointed in the lack of urgency in getting this game going. So I look at the sideline, there's the coach for St. Louis Park having discussions with the refs, or is that the coach for St. Paul Summit? Yeah, so she doesn't look excited about whatever response she got from her inquiry. And I don't know if she was talking about the balls or what, but that is the reason for the delay, was that discussion. So finally, we're at the center circle. And if I can see what number that is on the left, it might be number 13, and I don't have her name. What number is that? Can you see, Paul? What number is that? Is that 10? 18? 13? Yeah, 13. Don't know it. But she's played really well. She's got a lot of giddy up on her step. Watch her here. Just really good. Nice quick pass there, too, as well. And I am just really having a difficult time seeing those numbers far out. That is 18. Usually I have my binoculars and I'm using them for when their numbers are that little and we're that far away up in this press box. So my apologies to the listening audience. And now Fandel Thompson Gretchen tries to keep it in the possession of St. Louis Park, and that's going to draw a whistle. And frustration there demonstrated by number 21, Kozlowski, I think that was. And it's funny, as the night goes on, the sun comes down, I'm having even a harder time seeing those little orange numbers out there. Now the pass by St. Paul gets by and out of bounds. As you can see, those flags there at half staff, and I'm not sure why that is today. Today is May 12th. Not sure what the significance of that is. Trying to think if there's been any untimely deaths by Minnesota politician or something like that, but that we would do that, or unfortunately an officer or public servant passed away in the line of duty, we often do that, but if you know, send an email to ParkTV 16 Sports and let us know. Now the pass and the turn by number 9. That is for St. Paul, Mia Hoffman. And that brings a whistle. Clock continues to run because we are in running time. 14-2 our score. And boy, the shadows there, real difficult to see. I think that's 13. No, that is on the far side. And I think that's number 30 with the goal. Maybe Howard, number 9. That is Clara Bagney. Or excuse me, number 9 is Mia Hoffman for the St. Paul Spartans. Gets the goal as she beats goaltender Maya Stanberry, who hasn't been tested real often.
16:45.
So that goal comes at 16:45. Clock continues to run though. 7:44 remaining, and we go back to the center circle for the face-off. This match started about an hour and 20 minutes ago, so it's been very fast moving, and now St. Louis Park wins that, and that's number 13, the nameless one, and look at how fast she is, like a little water bug coming right in. This time she decides to shoot it, and she gets the goal. I'll listen to our PA announcer, Howard, maybe he has her name. And she had 2 streaks like that earlier, and she decided not to shoot it, and this time, the 3rd time, and this, look at how fast she is. This is a rising star, in my opinion. Look at her come right in.
Number 13, Ruby Bayat.
Ruby somebody.
17.
Baez maybe, he said.
Bayat at 1747.
Regardless, yeah, look at the celebration. And a nice, nice goal by her, and she's played an outstanding match here. And you can see she is like a water bug out there. She just flies once she gets that ball, and just so powerful and such enthusiasm. I expect a lot of good scoring opportunities for her as her career advances here at St. Louis Park, and she is a pleasure to watch. As now St. Louis Park has possession once again with a 15-3 lead, 6:11 remaining here, half number 2. Early start. Paul, the crew, and everybody's going to get home at a reasonable hour tonight. That's a nice thing about the early start, but it is yeah, you can watch the Wild tonight. I think Cam Talbot is going to be in nets. Probably a good time to switch up the goalie. Now to the near side, number 23 with it. That is Sella Myers. Now Ryan Rasmussen. Really fun watching this girls' St. Louis Park team. Markedly improved. They're not on the level of Benilde St. Margaret's quite yet. As I do note early on, they took a tough loss to them, 17-1. But I think they're way better than when I saw them about a month ago when we brought Orono and them. Orono got them, but they were already, I thought, better than they were the last couple of years, which were fairly lean. But boy, 6-2, they've got to be very, very proud of themselves, and they should feel that way. This team looks good, they're entertaining, and there's some talent out there, and they're really playing good fundamental lacrosse. Look at that pass in the middle. Rasmussen comes away with it, the quick shot, and a goal by St. Louis Park. I don't think that was Rasmussen, or was it? Can't quite tell. I think it was Rasmussen. That ponytail sticks out to me, yes. And now I look at the monitor, and it is Ryan Rasmussen with her 4th of the night.
Scoring for St. Louis Park.
And that pass came from number 13.
Number 7, Ryan Rasmussen.
She lost it, kept her concentration, and that looks like the sun was right in her eyes.
At 20.
And the assist goes to number 13, I believe.
Also an assist was credited to number 13, Ruby Bayat.
Ruby
Once again,
Bayat. I got Ruby. I didn't quite catch this. It's like Bayat or Mayat. but it's Ruby, so we'll call her Ruby. I love that name. So Ruby, as she takes the face off, and she's got it now. You're watching an emerging star right here, and Ruby, number 13. And you know what? She's so good, she should just go by her first name, Ruby. And now to the near side, to number 20, I believe. Boy, real hard to see in this light. It really kind of reflects off those bright white uniforms. As I look at the clock, 3.5 minutes remaining. 16-3 our score. What a dominating performance by St. Louis Park. They've got to feel really good about themselves. 6-2 on the year. And another goal by the Orioles. I didn't see who that was. I was looking down at their upcoming schedule here. And oh, there's the Jefferson Shuffle. You gotta love the celebration. Coming in, that was number 16 or 18. Is that Anna McCallan? 16, Anna McCallan, there she is. Giving the Jefferson Shuffle, the famous wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. All the kids are emulating his touchdown dance. I've seen it on the hockey rink this year, on the basketball court. He has started something there. And now I look at the clock and it's 2:26, 17-3. Speaking of football, that's a football score right there, right? 17-3, and if you're up 17-3, you're dominating in football, and you're really dominating when it comes to girls lacrosse at 17-3. Now ball loose, picked up by Summit Academy's number 21. That is, of course, Charlotte Goings. We've called her name before. Now Mia Hoffman with it, number 9. She gets turned around. Under 2 minutes to go and a whistle. Clock will continue to run. Coming up next for St. Louis Park, even though we covered it earlier in the broadcast. Just a few games left. It's hard to believe the spring is really moving along here as oh, nice save by Maya Stanberry for the Orioles with 1.5 minutes remaining. And now here come the Orioles, and you know, everybody wants to get in on the action. They're gonna try to get another goal coming all the way on the far end. Is that Kozlowski? I can't tell for sure. No, that's number 14, actually. It looks like Ashley Berry, a sophomore, and now going down hard, but appearing to be okay is Alicia Fitzpatrick. She pops up right away. As I look at the clock, 1:09 remaining. Ball in the possession of St. Louis Park.
1 minute remaining.
And 1 minute remaining. Clock continues to run, and that's going to be number 4, Alicia Fitzpatrick, with a chance to add an 18th goal tonight. 50 seconds remaining, the free opportunity, and she passes it behind the net, and the shot, a goal. Nice assist. And getting that goal was 22, I believe. Kate Grimm, I want to say. Am I right? Is that 22? It is. Kate Grimm, an 8th grader, took the pass from number 4, Alicia Fitzpatrick.
Her second goal of the game.
And her second of the game, 18th of the afternoon, 18-3, 17 seconds remaining here. Coming up next for St. Louis Park on their schedule, they've got 4 matches remaining. They're already 6-2. They get one more win, they will assure a winning record on the regular season, probably for the first time in a few years. And there is the final whistle, signaling the end of this match. And after we're all said and done, St. Louis Park comes out on top, 18-3. They go 6-2. St. Paul Academy and Summit falls to 2-3. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here at ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.